Well, well. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another day, another fixation with RJ. Well, we already know why we're here. We want to see you make the freaking cake, RJ. We want to see you make it. So, if you're new here and you have not yet, or you're not new here, maybe you're coming back to watch me in my chaotic mind create this cake, and you've yet to watch the first part of making this cake, go and watch that first and then come back to here. But if you followed me throughout this process of making this amazing Louis Vuitton realistic bag cake, then welcome back. Did you think it was in me to quit and to give up this early on in the game of baking? Heck no! We're gonna finish this cake and you're gonna see it today. So what are we yapping about? Let's get to it! Alright, so what are we gonna do with this cake? It's way too sweet. Yeah, this cake is not. This is gonna cause someone like a cardiac arrest if they eat this. Like if dad like when he eat this, he's probably Alright, it is like 3:30 in the morning. And my sister and I decided that we're not gonna sleep until we make this stupid cake. And so we went to 7-Eleven to see if we can find stupid cake mix. So here we are, 7-Eleven. Alright friends, so let's chat a little bit here. So I'm making the cake batter. Yep, round 2. The first one, a bit of a flop, and honestly, classic ADHD moment. With ADHD, starting over isn't just something that happens. It's kind of a reoccurring theme, as you can see from all my past fixations. I'll be in the middle of something, think I've got it, then boom, I missed a step. Or my brain completely skipped the part where logic lives. It used to get to me like, why can't I just get it right the first time? But here's the thing I've been learning. Just because you have to start over doesn't mean you're failing. Sometimes it just means you're creating differently. My process? I mean, if you ask me, it's pretty messy. It's chaotic, as you've witnessed. There are crumbs, panic, and probably 3 timers going off at once. But somehow, this kind of chaos is where my creativity thrives. I've realized that my brain might not take the straight path, but it gets there. And when the pressure is on, it's like I flip into this weird hyper-efficient cake-saving superhero mode. So yeah. Attempt number 2. Is it perfect? I don't know. I guess we're all gonna find out. Well, who knows? But is it real, passionate, and made with whole heart? And probably some flour on the ceiling? Absolutely. And in my world, that is a freaking win. So why would it be a win, you may ask? It's a win because I didn't quit. Because I could have walked away the moment it didn't go right, which, trust me, I've had many projects in the past where I felt discouraged and I'm like, man, this feels too hard, or man, I felt a little bit more ambitious than normal and it didn't go the way I planned it to. And trust me, with ADHD, that temptation is strong. And I mean like strong. But I stayed with it. We problem solved, we adapted, and I turned a mess up into a momentum. That's a win in my book, honestly. Not because it's perfect, but because I kept going. And honestly, that's what growth looks like. It is 4 a.m. and the sun is literally almost up. And me and my sister just pulled an all-nighter basically. Yeah, so the sun is about to rise and we are pulling literally an all-nighter just to make this amazing cake because we are not quitters, okay? We are not quitters. And so look at that sunrise. It's so beautiful. Wow. Oh gosh, I'm so tired. It's like 5 a.m. and the cake. So cakes are finally ready. I'm letting it sit for about 15 minutes to just cool off, and then later we will figure out what we're gonna do with it. But for now, it's time to sleep. Remember, resting is not quitting. Good night, or good morning. And it is now morning. Good morning. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Alright, guys. My sister's at the back. So, it is Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day. It is currently like 2, 3, almost 3 p.m. And I have some hours to finish this cake. I already made 2 last night, or a while ago, and so I'm gonna make 3 because I feel like we need the cake higher. And so I'm just gonna make this real quickly because we aren't gonna quit. We're gonna make this cake today. If it's the last thing we do, we're gonna finish this cake, and so bear with us. Alright guys, well, you already know the drill. I'm making the cake mix once again. So I thought I would just rush through this and show you guys a little bit of a time lapse of the process of creating this, because you know, you guys already get it. We get it. So let's get on with it. Alright guys, well, I have all of the 3 finished and the timer is done, or the baking heat is done. So alright, so guys, it has been a freaking morning, and I'm tired. Like, I've never baked so much in my entire life. Like, I'm not a baker, and so it's very tedious. It's very just too much work. And I still gotta decorate this cake like ASAP, and so we gotta get on it. We gotta get on this. But for now, it's the waiting game, and so see you when it is done, and we will be working on the fondant and hopefully covering this cake already. Alright guys, so I am making the bases for each stacks of the cake, because last time we learned that the cake, if it's not leveled properly, like, it starts to become kind of droopy. So we're gonna try to avoid that, and we're gonna try to make this time as perfect as we can, because there's no time for mistakes, guys. Like, we have to get this done because my mom needs it. My mom needs this cake tonight, and we gotta finish it. And so I'm making these bases, and as I get higher, I'm trying to make it like smaller, because it makes kind of like, it's gonna be like an arch kind of, this bag, and as it goes up higher, it gets thinner. And so I'm just making myself some base so it's easy for me to cut the cake and shape it into how I want it to be once we have the cake all ready for us to use. And so I'm really hoping this turns out good, guys. Oh my goodness. Alright guys, so as you can see here, I did not want to make the same mistake as I did last time, and so I'm trying to be so careful and trying to cut the surface of this cake so I don't mess it up, because we remember from last time how terrible that was. And so you can see right here, I am trying to do my best and being careful. Alright guys, So right now we have the 5 stacks. It's not lopsided anymore, and I tried my best to keep it straight. I know it's a little bit but now we are gonna shape it into our bag. And so wish me luck. So I did fondant, I did buttercream, layer cake, buttercream, cardboard, buttercream again, and then layer cake, and then buttercream, cardboard, buttercream, layer cake. That's the order I did it, so it keeps it sturdy. And so now I'm gonna make it into a bag. Help me. Okay, so right now I'm deep into making this Mother's Day cake, and I've only got a few hours left before I'm supposed to show it to my beautiful mom. And honestly, this is one of those moments where I feel like ADHD gives me a superpower, guys. When the pressure is on, when the clock is ticking, that's when my brain kind of ignites. It's like everything becomes sharper. My focus locks in, I become super aware of the details, and even though I'm rushing, I'm also being incredibly careful. It's wild. I'm moving fast and hopefully not sloppy. It's almost like a fight or flight kicks in, but instead of freaking out, I go into this high-paced, hyper-efficient mode. My brain is like, all right, let's go, and I start problem solving, adjusting, and creating at a level I don't always have access to when things are calm. And honestly, one of the things I love most about having ADHD is that there are challenges, yes, but in moments like this, under pressure, my brain can become this powerhouse of creativity and action. It's something I've learned to be proud of. I hate making cakes. I'm never doing this again. Just kidding. Alright guys, I don't have a lot of time to talk, but I'm just showing you all that I'm making just like little things for the bag. This is like the strap on like the bottom portion of the bag. So I'm just trying to neatly do it so I can wrap it around the bag. It's kind of rushed, but I mean, for something that's rushed, I'll take it. Alright, so this was probably the most stressful time during this cake making session, because the party for my Mother's Day, for my mom, for Mother's Day, has begun. It was already happening while we were making this cake. And so my friends were messaging us, my sister and I, because we were at my sister's place, that people were coming and that they've already eaten. Where are we? And my parents are looking for us. My mom's looking for me. And the guest that we were having over from the States is also there visiting us. And so I was in a crunch time, and I felt so pressured. And the worst part on top of that was that the fondant was getting dried and it was starting to crack. And so my sister and I had to keep it moist somehow with water while I was trying to decorate this cake. And so, all right, I'm gonna be using this wire to wrap the fondant for the handle, bag handle. And I'm just gonna wrap this fondant around this wire. Alright guys, I wanted to explain a little bit more about things I've learned with working with fondant. And so just a little tip and advice: when you guys are working with fondant, it dries really quickly, and so you gotta work as fast as you can. And so that added on to my stress and my anxiety and caused some overstimulation. But yes, you have to work as fast as you can because it does get hard and it'll start to break off. And so I always had to keep it warm in my hands so that it's still malleable. And at the same time, on top of that, it sticks to the counter when it's too soft, and so what you gotta do is you have to put some icing sugar on your surface so that it doesn't stick. So here's what the cake looks like. Looks great. It's too big.
I told you, make it a little bit tiny.
Right, it kind of looks weird right now, guys. I know, but I'm letting it dry, and then I'm gonna start like, this looks crazy. It's not the best, but you know what? It'll have to do. I am gonna fix up these handles because it looks fat as heck. And I'm gonna like smooth out. Waiting for it to dry because while the fondant is runny, it's hard for me to draw on it, and it's hard for me to make it look pretty when it's runny. And so what I'm gonna do is just let it dry for a minute, and then I'll get to designing the cake. But this is what it's looking like right now. Don't judge me, don't judge us. This is me and my sister's first time making a cake together. Honestly, I couldn't have done it without her, but yeah, it kind of looks like meh right now, but we're gonna smooth out everything. But you know what? Frick it, we tried. Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day. Oh, happy Mother's Day, Mom. Alright guys, so this is the part where I was really looking forward to doing because I was really excited for my artsy painter side of me to be mixed in with my baking side of me, and so I thought that this would be the time where it would come in handy, my painting skills. And honestly, though these Louis Vuitton designs and lettering seemed easy to create, it was actually really hard. What saved me some time to put some more details into the bag was this tool that I found, this decorating tool. What's really awesome about it is that it helped me to make the bag a little bit more realistic because it added those stitching, lining looking pattern in the fondant, which made it look even more realistic. It was kind of crazy because during this time I was decorating it, the fondant was starting to dry up and it was starting to crack, and I was getting worried. But then I didn't realize that as it was drying, it was starting to look like leather because of the cracks that the fondant was making. And so it turned out to be a blessing in disguise because now it looks more realistic with all these cracks. Okay, so here's a little bit more of a close-up of what I was talking about with the stitching details with this tool that I'm using. I absolutely loved this part of creating this cake because it was just this little tiny detail that just made it more realistic looking. And so like I mentioned, the fondant was cracking, as you can see, but it made it even look more leather, and so that was really, really fun. And we have a hyperlapse here of me just painting again the details of the Louis Vuitton letterings and labels or whatever it has. I didn't have much time, and so I was only able to really paint the front of the bag. Well guys, we tried, but I gotta go to the party now, and so we will hype this up later. But here is the freaking bag. How does it look? How's it look bad? It's okay, but it's gonna have to do. We gotta go. We're late for the party. We'll see you all.
They're here. Tita? Tita? Dito na sila. Tara po sa baba. Sir RJ.
So. Ma! Baba ka!
Nagalit kasi. Happy Mother's Day!
Ano to ba yun?
I tried.
Asa na siya yung number?
This side.
See, it's so
Hey,
nice.
go!
Ay!
Good job, Jay.
Oh, baba na
It's
tita.
okay.
Let's go.
It looks so.
Okay.
No, it looks so good.
Good.
Ah, don't!
Happy Mother's Day. Here you go.
Thank you.
I was rushing. I was like, it would look so sloppy, but I was like, I gotta go. I'm late for the party.
Thank you.
It's heavy.
Nasaan na yung
Wait,
serial
it's gonna
number
fall.
nito? Ay,
What do you think? Parang pang... You're like trying to lift
gusto
weights
ko
with
ipasok
that.
yung kamay ko kasi dito dapat.
Hey, it looks good. That's pretty good. Happy Mother's Day.
Okay, wait. Ay,
It's okay. Well,
okay na.
okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, wait. No, you can't buhat it because it's just designed. You can't lift it up.
What's this?
I was
I see.
Yeah, so you take it off and then we can try to cut the cake. Deal or no deal? Yeah, and then you can cut it. Here, let's see. Mama, here. Ma. Hindi ko makuha. Ay. This is the game. That's it.
Uy, masarap siya. That's good.
Wait, throw it out.
Ano siya? Very ano. It's not dry. Moist.
Alright guys, is it real or fake? Let's try it.
Ay, tita mo gusto itong ano?
Malinis to?
Mmm.
Malinis tita.
Malinis
I'm kidding,
to.
it's good. It's just really sweet. I give it a 10.
Masarap
Bias.
yung tinapay. Parang ano. Parang mamon ba sa Pilipinas?
Well, we are back. And we finished the cake. And I feel so freaking proud. And what I love most is that my mom was happy. She was happy. And you guys have no idea how hard it is to get my mom something. But I knew she would love this one because it was graded by me. Okay? And it's her favorite bag because that enough said. Period. Anyways, with that being said, this has been fun. And it has been stressful. It has been overstimulating. It has been chaotic. But what's new? That's me. That's my brain. That's how it is with RJ. And so I enjoyed doing this. And again, I'm proud. I've never done this before, and I want to make more cakes one day, but for now I need to rest. This has been too much baking in the past few days, weeks even. No, just days. But I will say I enjoyed it. I literally said that like so many times already, but I really did, because again, I said it before. This was something that's out of my comfort zone, and I didn't even know I could do it. I honestly was saying like, yeah, we can do it, but in the back of my mind, I was like, there's that doubt that, right, like, am I actually gonna finish this amount of time that I have left? Oh, like looking back, it was stressful. And so again, respect to you all bakers out there with limited time to create this cake. Honestly, if you have a friend that bakes, give them a hug. Give them a sweet hug and tell them you're doing a great job with baking and creating this cake. And if you're watching this and you're a baker, you're doing a great job for making these pastries, cakes, or whatever you're baking. Respect. Really come to appreciate baking. And I'm looking forward to making more with you guys and showing you guys more creations that I am fixated to do. If you resonated with anything in this video and you related with my chaoticness, then feel free to comment down below on fixations that you have been having so that I can also be fixated in it and search it up. And perhaps it could be the next episode. Anyways, you know what to do. Like, subscribe, comment. And I'll see you next time on another day, another fixation with RJ. Peace!